He didn't come back for recognition. He didn't come back to rewrite the past. He came back because the sea never released him. For years, Ethan Moore avoided the shoreline. Not the town, not the people, the water itself. The war had ended on paper. The missions were archived. The losses were counted and signed away. But the ocean kept its own records. In Ethan's dreams, the same memory returned. Black water, cold tightening around his chest, and movement beside him. A dolphin. It never appeared suddenly. It was simply there, swimming close, steady, aware. Ethan served in a naval escort unit, supply routes, night patrols, long hours staring into darkness. The sea was never calm, only patient. The night everything changed began quietly, too quietly. Wind rose without warning. Waves slammed against steel. Alarms screamed too late. The explosion came from below. The deck lifted. Metal twisted. Men were thrown like shadows. Ethan remembered weightlessness. Then the shock of freezing water ripping air from his lungs. His vest dragged him down instantly. Boots filled. Arms fought uselessly. The surface felt impossibly far away. Panic closed in. He kicked upward, burning strength too fast. Waves pushed him under again and again. His chest burned. His vision blurred. He thought about stopping. Then something brushed his leg. At first he thought it was debris. Then it moved again, firm, controlled, alive. The dolphin surfaced beside him, close enough to see its eye. Dark, focused, unafraid. It made no sound. The dolphin circled once, then nudged Ethan's shoulder gently. Not force, direction. Ethan followed. Fire burned across the surface. Debris floated everywhere. Smoke erased the horizon. Every time Ethan drifted, the dolphin returned. Every time his arms slowed, it stayed close. Minutes stretched endlessly. Pain replaced fear. Fear replaced thought. When his strength finally failed, the dolphin pressed against him again, lifting just enough to keep his head above water. Ethan cried out, not in words, in instinct. Lights appeared through the smoke. Rescue boats. Hands grabbed him, pulled him out. As Ethan lay shaking on the deck, coughing and gasping, he turned his head toward the water. The dolphin was gone. He spoke about it once. The medic looked away. Another shook his head. Shock, adrenaline, the mind protecting itself. Ethan never mentioned it again. Years passed. He left the Navy, moved inland, chose silence over waves, but sleep was never quiet. In his dreams, the ocean returned, the darkness, the presence beside him, not fear, protection. Some nights he woke choking. Other nights he woke grateful. He never knew why. One evening, unable to rest, Ethan scrolled through local news online. Small stories, unimportant things. One video stopped him. Fishermen near an old restricted zone. A lone dolphin, often seen guiding damaged boats toward shore. The footage was shaky, the image unclear, but Ethan saw the scar along the fin. His hands began to shake. 2 days later, he stood on the shore. The wind smelled the same, salt and fuel, memory and rust. He waited. Minutes passed, then hours. Nothing happened. Just as he turned away, the water shifted. A fin broke the surface. Then the dolphin emerged. Older now, slower. The scar was still there. They looked at each other in silence. No movement, no sound. The dolphin stayed for a long moment, then struck the water once with its tail and disappeared. Ethan didn't follow. He finally understood. Some rescues aren't meant to become reunions. Some bonds exist only long enough to save a life. The sea never asks permission. It never explains. It takes. And sometimes it gives back. Ethan left the coast that day lighter than he arrived. Not because the pain was gone, but because he finally knew that in the darkest moment of his life, something chose him, something stayed, something let him live.